Summer shade? I think not. Every foundation shade that I own. Hey y'all, it's Jayla aka JaiChanellie on the internet. Welcome back to my channel and make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can get right into it. It's time to find your summer foundation shade, sis, because you can't keep wearing the one you've been wearing. We're gonna go ahead and swatch every single foundation that I own. We're gonna talk about the shades, the undertones, and the formula so you and I can know which shade we should be rocking this summer. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's start with some of the newer foundations that I've gotten in my collection recently. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation with sunscreen. I have two different shades, so I'm going to swatch both of them for you. So this first shade is 420W, which means it's going to have a warm undertone. That means a little more yellow. I am not yellow. I actually have a neutral undertone, so I'm already expecting this to not be a very good match for me, but I'm going to show you what it's looking like anyways. So this is Lancome 420W. Summer shade? I think not. I also have the exact same foundation in the color 410N. That means it's going to be a neutral undertone. I'm expecting this to be a way better shade match for me. There she is right there. And while those foundations are drying down, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about the Lancome formula. So it's marketed as the thinnest foundation they have. It's supposed to be breathable, sweat resistant, and yet still full coverage. So they are really marketing this as a formula for the summer months. And I think one of the claims is that it's 24-hour wear. Definitely won't be trying that out. Nobody should be wearing makeup for 24 hours, okay, babe? I need you to wash your face. Just so you know, this is what those swatches are looking like, but not too much on Lancome. Let's move to the next foundation. So these next two foundations are from KVD Beauty. More specifically, this super viral Good Apple foundation. They also have a newer foundation out, and this is called the Good Apple Serum Foundation. It's supposed to be more lightweight once again, but still have that full coverage. Now, when we talk about full coverage, Miss KVD, Miss Kat Von D, even though I don't think she really associated with the company more. KVD Beauty knows full coverage. So if I'm not mistaken, I already have a full review of this foundation, which is the Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. I'm gonna rub in there just a little bit. Now, I'll already let y'all know, this feels oily. And I know that was one of my complaints when I initially reviewed this foundation. This is not a foundation that I would reach for during the summertime. But let's try this new one. And y'all know right now, she's looking a little light-skinned. Yeah, I'm gonna let you cook, but the shade match is not giving at the moment. Just so you know, these two foundations are supposed to be the exact same shade. They are both called Tan 66. So I'm really hoping that this foundation dries down to the same color. So I did give that foundation some time to dry down, and as you can see, the foundation shades are not corresponding to each other, okay? So this Good Apple Serum Foundation does run slightly lighter than the Good Apple Balm Foundation. If you don't know, now you know. But it's definitely more lightweight than the Balm Foundation. So hats off to them for that. Moving right along to my next foundations. Now these are a crowd favorite, especially for Black women on social media. We give this brand a lot of love, and that is NARS. If you are subscribed to my channel, you know I have my personal qualms with NARS, particularly because I can never really seem to find my foundation shade. But I do own two different NARS foundations. The first one being the Soft Matte Complete Foundation in the shade Huahine Medium Deep 2.6. And then I also own the Sheer Glow Foundation, and this is going to be in the color Bahia Medium Dark 3.15. I do already have a full review of the Soft Matte Complete Foundation. The Soft Matte is going to be important for the people who, first of all, prefer a matte finish, and second of all, if you're trying to fight off oils from being outside all day, you might reach for a matte foundation in order to help you do that. Again, this is the shade Huahine, which we already knew wasn't my shade. We found that out in the initial review. Let's go ahead and swatch this next one, which is Bahia. I think I did a completely separate review of this Sheer Glow foundation, so go ahead and check that out. switch up the formulas a little bit. We've been working with some liquid foundations. We had a balm foundation. Now let's go into the sticks. This first stick is actually from Mented Cosmetics, and this is their Mented Skin Tint Foundation in the shade T10. I did do an initial review of this foundation a long time ago, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. So let's see what T10 is giving. One of the reasons that I don't wear this foundation very often, it feels balmy. So kind of like the KVD Beauty foundation, it feels very oily, and I definitely would not reach for this formula if I'm looking to do my makeup for a summer day. Like, it just feels like it'll slide right off my face. If you're interested, I would definitely check them out. I do have a discount code for Mented Cosmetics. It is JaiChanellie. So go ahead and use my discount code JaiChanellie for 10% off at checkout. Moving right along to another stick foundation. Now this one is going to be from Merit Beauty. Merit is another no makeup brand, okay? Like My Skin But Better, very clean girl aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. So that is what I'm expecting from this foundation. This is their Perfecting Complexion Stick in the shade Amber. The last time I opened this product flew out of the container. So Merit, we do need to work on that, okay? I need the product to stay in. Let's go ahead and swatch it and see what it's looking like. Very similar comments. All of these balmy foundations are just not what I would reach for in the summertime. They just feel oily to me. They would be excellent winter foundations, I think, but I would not put this on my face if, again, I was going in this hot Florida heat and humidity. Baby, this is gonna be a slip and slide. Okay, 305 slip and slide, y'all already know the deal. As far as the shade goes, she's definitely giving my summer shade. I really do like the shade, so let me not give them too much. And if you're interested, leave the link in the description box. Moving right along to one of my favorite brands, y'all already know, it's Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. I own 6 different foundations from Fenty Beauty. First ones are going to be the OG foundation. This is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. It's again supposed to be a matte foundation, longwear, performance ready. I have 2 different shades, the shade 360, which is supposed to be a neutral olive / neutral. When it first came out, they marketed it as a neutral olive, but now they just call it a neutral. Not really sure what the decision was to change that, but her mama called her neutral olive, so I'm gonna call her neutral olive. And then we have shade 385, which is called a neutral, but this one is actually more neutral warm in my opinion. Fenty, if you're watching this, hey girl, put me on PR. But I would love to amend some of these undertones because the undertones are question mark for me, and I've heard that from a lot of other people. But let me stop running my mouth and let me actually swatch the foundations. This again is gonna be the shade 360, which, shocker, is not my summer shade. We definitely already knew that, which is why I already own 2 different shades of this foundation. So let me go ahead and show you what 385 is looking like. So I do have a couple of videos on these foundations already. If you want to go watch those, I'll leave them linked above. Moving right along to my next Fenty Beauty foundation. This is going to be the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. Now, spoiler alert, Fenty Beauty doesn't even sell this anymore, okay? So I'm just swatching this for posterity's sake. I'm not going to talk about her too much because she gone. Let's put her right here. I do own one more Fenty foundation that's supposed to be shade 385, and this is actually the powder foundation, but I don't think you're gonna be able to really see it like you do these other swatches, so I feel like it's unfair to compare them. But if you are interested in seeing how the Fenty powder foundations look on me, go ahead and check that video out above. So the last foundation that I have from Fenty Beauty is actually a skin tint or tinted moisturizer. It is the Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint in the shade 16. It's supposed to have a blurring effect. It's supposed to give you My Skin But Better. For the most part, I think it does all of those things. When I first reviewed this shade caused a little commotion in the comments. A lot of people were saying that I should have gotten the next shade. And while I can see where people were coming from, I personally felt like shade 17 was not my correct undertone. This one was. So let me just show you what shade 16 is looking like. Only a few more foundations to go. Let's move to the unicorn of the group, and this is going to be my MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15. I call this the unicorn of the group because this is the only MAC foundation that I've ever tried in my entire life. This is gonna be the color NC45. Shocker. Y'all know every black girl is apparently NC45. Pretty sure Studio Fix Fluid is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. If she cute, she might be in the running. We're rounding down to the last foundations, and these are gonna be from Maybelline. Y'all know we couldn't neglect our drugstore babies, okay? So I have 3 different foundations from Maybelline. They're pretty old, not gonna lie. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I really was a drugstore shawty for a very long time. It took me a while to start spending coin on makeup. Maybelline was my baby, okay? And I wanna go ahead and show y'all what these foundations are looking like. So the first 2 I have are gonna be from the Fit Me collection. This is their matte and poreless foundation. Let me go ahead and swatch her right here. This is gonna be the color 330, which I already know is not my summer shade, which is why I purchased the color 338, which is called Spicy Brown. And spoiler alert, this definitely is a foundation that I would consider to be a summer foundation. It definitely is a matte foundation. It does give you a little blurring effect. We have 1 more foundation to swatch, and we're gonna have to find some space on our face. This is going to be the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. Maybelline's super full coverage, claiming to be 24-hour foundation. Child, again, I don't even know why y'all claim that. Who's wearing foundation for 24 hours? This is in the shade 330, so I already know it's not gonna be my summer shade. Let's swatch her anyways. She full coverage though, I ain't gonna lie. And there you have it, y'all. Every foundation shade that I own. Which one is looking like my summer shade? Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. So here's a closer look at what all of those foundations are looking like on me. And hopefully I choose the right shade. All right, y'all, the jury is in about which one of our foundations is going to be our summer foundation shade. I think it's a tie. Here are my top 2 choices. First, we have this one right here. If you don't remember, this is going to be the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation in the color 410N. And the reason I really like this foundation shade for my summertime, it seems to not only match my undertone, but it also dried down very nice when I bring it upward towards the top of my head, which is darker than the rest of my face. I need to know I'm not gonna look casket ready, okay? Also, we need to come over here to our Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the color 385. It literally almost looks like there's nothing there. Excellent shade match, okay? In the interest of showing y'all something new, I'm going to apply the Lancome foundation all over my face. So let me know which one of these foundations you'll be picking up for the summertime. I'll leave them both linked in my description box, so go ahead and check it out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and apply our Lancome foundation all over our face. Our face is nice and primed. So we're gonna make this work. I'm just spreading it out to those areas where I know I'm gonna need a whole lot of coverage. And I'm gonna use a brush to go ahead and stipple that into my skin. So let me give it a second to dry down. I'll come back to show you what it's looking like, and then we'll be back with the final look. Hey y'all, so real quick, I wanted to come and show you what that foundation is looking like on me after it's completely dried down. This foundation does change colors after it dries down, okay? So what I noticed is it looks a little more yellow going on, but once it dries down, it does get a little more red for me. Now, it still looks like a pretty good shade match, but I know that somebody asked me about that specifically on Instagram, Christina. So to answer your question, girl, yes, it does actually change colors once it dries down. I'll be back with the final look. All right, y'all, so we are back with the final look. Go ahead and take a very nice look at my skin and my foundation using our summer foundation shade. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I absolutely love how the look came out, and I think we found a very good match. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to hit that subscribe button. Also like this video so YouTube can share with other people, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.